Well, hello there. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Forgotten Circus. Today I'm going to do a segment, and I think I'm going to do this one a lot more often. It's going to be called Hollywood Game of Thrones, brought to you by your host, Forgotten Circus. On today's Hollywood Game of Thrones, we're actually going to go over Russell Brand, Danny Masterson, Harvey Weinstein, Rachel Zegler, Amber Heard, Brie Larson, Jonathan Majors, Johnny Depp, and a little bit of a surprise one at the end. Okay, so let's go over. So it's getting to the point, and I feel the writer's strike and the actors' strike is going on right now. Um, I understand what they're going through. They're underpaid. The production companies do take more than the lion's share. So, but it's getting to the point when with Hollywood right now, since a lot of movies and stuff hasn't been out, it's getting more exciting and entertaining about your personal lives. See, this is what happens when people ain't working. People start looking at stuff, and stuff starts to get uncovered. So let's go through Russell Brand. All right, I know he's in a. I don't know where to go with this. Everybody's innocent until proven guilty. But to be honest with you, you're not making it look good, Russell. There's a lot of people that said you're kind of touchy, feely. So in the back of your mind, you might want to think if a lot of people were saying that and it's whispered throughout your work environment in Hollywood, maybe you should change something. Maybe you're totally innocent. But I don't think it's fair that some of the stuff that has happened to him. So we got to be fair because you don't know if he's innocent or guilty. These are all allegations. Granted, on my side of the fence a little bit, it doesn't look too good, but that's just a perception right now. We haven't really got most his side, but sometimes people look at something like if it looks like a duck, quacks like a duck, then it's probably a duck. Okay. So there's a lot of stuff coming out about this. I mean, text messages do look a little shady and edited, put together in groups. It's not even in like context sometimes of the actual conversation. Kind of, you know, there's truths to both sides of stories. He could be totally innocent, and I hope that he is because none of these people have come out. Why is it taking so long? And I know, and with a lot of victims, I do understand it's very hard for you. It's very painful. It's something that none of us that have ever been through that. I mean, if we've never been through that, then we can't imagine what you're going through. So it can take some time. We're talking about years and years and years on some stuff, some recent stuff. Nobody knows. It'll all turn out, but it's unfortunate that he is getting buried. He's getting deplatformed. He's getting taken away his basically income, and we don't even know the full story yet. See, we should have learned that during the Johnny Depp Amber Heard situation. Oh my, those tables turned real quick, didn't they? But it's one of these things that you either damned if you do, damned if you don't. So if you with platforms, if you don't take action right away, I mean, don't just. I would suspend stuff till investigation. I don't know how it works, but I don't want to get too far into that. But Russell Brand, if you're innocent, you're innocent. But some of the stuff you did is pretty borderline from what I've seen. So you may be super friendly, so just tone it down a little bit and be less friendly. It'll all come out. So, and then we got old another well, I'm not going to put him in the category of Russell Brand because he is innocent until proven guilty. And I hope everything's clear and it was just a big misunderstanding. best for both parties. Okay. Danny Masterson, everybody knows. I can't even watch the 70s show anymore because this guy is on there. Straight sexual predator, and he's with that quote unquote untouchable religious institution of Scientology. That whole situation is weird. Science fiction offer. That's Hollywood for you, but they get away with that. So this guy, yeah, got what he deserved. And then you had Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher over there vouching for him and then looking like darn robots when they were doing their apology for, I don't know, were they doing an apology for an apology or what were they doing? They don't even know. Sometimes just keep your mouth shut. If he's already guilty, found guilty, I ain't saying shit. I'm like, dude, I don't think it's in the best. So we got to think about, we didn't know you were a little suspect. So I probably wouldn't have picked up the phone or answered a text message or anything like that. I'd be like, oh, I never got that. When'd you send that? Yeah. But good thing that guy's gone. Can't even watch 70 show anymore because he's on there. Totally ruined the friggin' show that I loved. This is what they do. And Hollywood hides a lot of this stuff. Like, look at Harvey Weinstein. I mean, look, this guy had been doing it for decades. Decades, people. Decades. And it was all covered up. And then when the water spilled over the jar a little bit too much and it started to flood the area, then we had to say something. Yeah, you could have stopped that at the first drop. But that's another one. And you got good old Miss Rachel Zegler. She's one of my darlings right now. One of my favorites in Hollywood. Because whatever she says, it's almost like she's talking to you like you wouldn't understand. The common folk wouldn't understand. Women are powerful because you don't know that because you're a man. You don't know that women are powerful. Of course you're goddamn powerful. Woman. You have the canal. You have the area to birth kids. I don't want to go through that. I think that's the most powerful. And some of the stuff that women go through, I can't do it. I'm sorry. As a dude, I can't. And bless your heart. Y'all are super strong. You have to deal with us. That's enough. Dealing with men, women dealing with men. Shit, that's more powerful enough to me. Because we're a rough area, and you guys keep us in check. But yeah, with her, she's just one of those that she's not going to get it until she finds out nobody likes her. But then she's probably going to look in the mirror because she's so self-involved and self-absorbed that she probably be like, they all hate you because they love you. You're a Hollywood starlet that did 2 films that anybody knows you from. Yeah, you can have that one. And then you got like Amber Heard sitting over there. And now I can't watch. Like, I was looking at the Aquaman thing and I was like, maybe I'm a little bit interested. Maybe I may break a little rule here and go see it in the theater. But it seems like they put her a little bit in the trailer. And I had one before that I did for it. A review, a reaction to it. And I didn't see it at all. And then somebody had told me in the comments, hey, it's at so-and-so right there, Breaking Glass. And I watched and I was like, oh, okay. So they still put her in. Okay. But then she complained about, oh, they shortened my part in the movie and all that. And now she's like all up in arms about it. Yeah, because you're a frigging liar. And I'm pretty sure Johnny, which I'll get to later, did some there. Both sides is messed up. You watch the whole thing. That's what I'm saying. It's like, I'm telling you, we need to have street actors guild agents. That's going to be the new drug deal game in the streets. So what they're going to do is there's going to be a team that's going to follow all these actors. This is what it's going to come down to, right? It's going to get to that point where they're going to be the street drug. They're going to be on the side, and then like something happens with an actor or actress, and then they'll look over, they'll have that little sign run over, like, what angles did you get? Did you get that? Did you get that? Like, yeah, we can do the PR too, but and then you'll have somebody else on the other side that's trying to sell it cheaper, and then the other one, the Street Actors Guild agent, is going to be like, yo, his camera angles are horrible. It's going to make you look guilty. We got the innocent footage. That's what they're going to, because y'all's lives right now, because there's no movies or TV shows out. Y'all's lives right now look better. I mean, because the movies y'all been putting out is trash, but the stuff y'all been doing in real life is Academy Award winning. Are they going to have an Academy Award for street performances or real life? Real life award goes to such and such actor. Phenomenal performance when you're yelling at a fan and throwing stuff at wait, wait, there's more footage. We may have to give them another award for the new footage that just came out. You did that last night? Oh my. Look at the precision of this performance. It is amazing. The way she has punched her husband in the face. Oh, look at that. Look at the drunk driving performance by. And then they're probably going to have the one. It's the one we don't talk about performance. Yeah, unfortunately, they won't be able to accept this award because they're spending life in prison. Yes. So we're just going to hold on to this one till next year. But yeah, we'll get back. And like Amber, like I can't even watch Aquaman. Poor Jason Momoa. I'll still support you, Jason Momoa. But they need to have some title where it comes up and it's like, look away at like an intermission when it comes up. When she's on the screen, everybody looks away. That'd be cool. And now, I got to talk about Brie Larson, because Brie Larson been sitting chill. She been like, well, this was when I was going through, but y'all taking it way left field. So I think I'm gonna leave and go talk to my street agent because he's got some good footage, and they do PR too. But that's an little extra. Okay. And now we got Jonathan Majors. Like, this whole thing's been going on. And with Jonathan Majors now, with the new footage coming out, it's like, oh. But there probably is some truth to it. They probably did have an argument. Stuff probably did happen. But now when you see some of the new footage, you're like, oh. And his PR company dropped him everything. If Jonathan, I'm not saying he's innocent, I'm not saying he's guilty, but it's leaning way his way. But if you come out and you're innocent, Jonathan Majors, I would sue the shit out of PR company. I would sue the shit out of a lot of people. Because your paycheck is stopped right now. Like, you had some movies in the queue that you're still, but yeah, it's not looking good for that right now. I mean, well, it's looking a lot better, but it wasn't looking good for his career for a second, and that kind of damaged. I mean, how many roles did this guy lose? Probably. I mean, think about it. If Mahershala Ali doesn't do Blade because he seems like he's getting pretty tired of waiting, you had a younger guy in Jonathan Majors that could have been in line, just in case that one dropped out. There's a lot of stuff to go. Ooh, I didn't even think about that. Damn, Jonathan Majors Blade. I may be onto something. Hey, John, as your street actor's agent and PR, if you want to get that gig as Blade, if Mahershala drops out, let me know. I got you. I'll do this one pro bono for free for the first one. But yeah, with the whole footage and now they're restarting. They got Loki coming out with Jonathan Majors in it. So yeah, with that, looks like it's turning the other way. Yeah. And then Johnny Depp. I gotta get in Johnny Depp because I put Amber Heard in there. But yeah. All I can say about is Johnny, you may not be a saint, but damn, Disney gonna have to pay you, ain't they? They want you to come back for Pirates and every. You know what? This may be the biggest movie in your career. You may just get an Academy Award, and everybody knows you got robbed from the first one, Curse the Black Pearl. You should have got that. You should have got it for Edward Scissorhands. Actually, you know what? Y'all sleep on it. He was great in Gilbert Grape. He's been in so many movies. Loved him. One of my favorite Johnny Depp movies of all time is Sleepy Hollow. He was, as Ichabod Crane, he was so good. And I think that's a very, very underrated movie. But yeah, it's Disney trying to get you back in there, bro. Give them an offer they can't refuse. I would. Like you have all the because they know it's gonna fail without you, and they want to ride that gravy train again. Because you know what, Disney now they're stupid, but they're smart. They were stupid for getting rid of you. Now they're smart, like oh shit, we can actually um, do an apology, say there was a misunderstanding, pay this dude buku money because we know that every people will be lined up. There will be so many Jack Sparrows out there dressed up, male, female, and whatever you identify as will dress up as Jack Sparrow to go to see that movie. The attraction will get big again. I don't know. And you know, Johnny Depp ain't that old. He can keep kicking with that. But I don't know. Pay that man. And then I know I said I had a surprise guest at the end, and you know, terrible work environments that writers and stuff. That's why writers are like striking right now. I mean, you can even ask, you know, people that worked with Ellen DeGeneres. Yeah, yeah. So we all know how that was. Okay, but that's all I really got. That's the first episode of Hollywood Game of Thrones. So it'll get bigger and bigger. So tell me who you want me to put on the Game of Thrones, and then I'll go over some stuff, and I'll do some research, make sure I'm not being biased, and then just put it down in the comments who you want me to do next. It's got to be a group of people, and I'll go through it, and then I'll make sure I shot you out. So thank you for the first episode of Game of Thrones. So please like, comment, and subscribe, and thank you for everybody coming out, and I do mean everyone.